Welcome and hello. My name is Catherine Brooks. I'm an Enterprise PDM Applications Engineer with TriMech. Today we're going to be taking a look at local files and local folders. So when you're inside of Enterprise PDM Local Vault View, we're going to be taking a look at how we can have these local files and folders show up inside of the vault, how to handle them as an end user, the different options that we have as an administrator, and just kind of go over some of the different functions with Enterprise PDM with local files and folders. So to start off with, as you can see here, I've got a couple of folders and a few different files. Two of these files have been added to the vault, one of which has been checked in, which is this file right here. We've got another file that is currently checked out to the admin, but they're showing as essentially bolded or non-grayed out files, and you can see that the one that's been checked in has a work in process state assigned to it. We also have a green folder. Now all three of these are inside of the vault and are recognized within the system as being available for all users who have permissions to see these particular files and folders. I also have three different files here, a Word document and two different SOLIDWORKS part files that are showing as local file here under the state. So these particular documents have not been added to the vault. They are on my local computer only. Same thing with this grayed out folder, new design folder. So you might be wondering, well, how do I get local files or local folders? And there's a lot of different ways that you could access your local vault view and see local files and folders. One of which would be if I created a folder with some files in it and had you go and look at those files and folders, bring them to your local cache, and then later on during the day I might destroy them out of the vault because I don't need them anymore, but you still have them local on your computer. So when you access that folder location again, you'll see these grayed out files and folders. Another way that you might come across local files and folders is if you're working in an offline mode for Enterprise PDM. And when you add new files or add new folders in an offline mode, when you get back to the office and go back online and connect back with the servers for Enterprise PDM, these files will show up as local files only. So now that we know kind of what these are, they're only local in your local vault view. They don't exist yet inside of the vault. Let's talk about the different options that we have to either add them or get rid of them. So if I wanted to add this PRT 48597 part to the Enterprise PDM system, I would want to right click, and then there's this option to add to file vault down here. When I go through that, it's going to put it in a private state. So in other words, this file hasn't been checked in yet. And then once I check it in, it gets fully added to the Enterprise PDM system. Same thing for this folder here. If I right click, I can add to file vault, and it should add that particular folder to the vault system. Now as an administrator, there are some settings that can be applied per user or group inside of the administration tool. So if I right click, for example, on engineers and go to the settings for that particular group, under the Explorer node we have the ability to show different types of files. So with this selected, show only files that are part of the file vault, the users that are in the engineering group in this example would not be able to see those grayed out files and folders. With the show all files selected, then that group members would be able to see all of the different files that exist, whether they're local or actually inside of the vault system. And then of course show only local files would show only the grayed out files and folders. Normally as administrators we would want to show only files that are part of the file vault, and with this selected we also have an additional local file cleanup option. So we can also set this to automatically delete local read-only files that are not part of the file vault, which is a good option to set if you do not want to confuse the end users on why there are grayed out files and folders inside of the vault. As an admin, we can also set those settings inside of the User Settings Explorer section. So at this point, if I say show only files that are part of the file vault and click OK, it gets rid of those grayed out files that I had for this particular location. If I go back in to the settings for the Explorer for the admin, if I say show all files again, kind of refresh, I have those 2 additional files that are local files only. Now, if you didn't want to add this particular document to the vault, you can right-click and choose the option to delete to get rid of that file from the vault. And again, if you wanted to keep that file and add it to the vault system, right-click, add to file vault, and it'll add that file into the vault for Enterprise PDM. So that's just a quick little look at local files and folders for Enterprise PDM. I hope that this information was useful and very informative for you, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.